Alright, I have an unexpected mini project, repairment. This is not a project, this is a repairment. Or actually, it's an add-on. My father bought this little sewing machine. It's a handheld sewing machine. And all that I want to do is to power it from my power source that I have there, my power supply. And I don't have. Yeah, I only find one single jack. Theoretically, it is having one jack there. And the space for batteries here, 4 batteries. And it is saying somewhere, not on this face, on the other face. Yeah, I can do it actually. Yeah, you see here, it's saying that 6 volts, 600 milliamps DC, direct continue, and that is the power jack. And so, and here are the batteries. So, I I checked and I don't have this type of power jack at all. And all that I want to do is to power it at 6 volts and actually to test it. And I had to open it up. And is that this simple is having only one single motor and everything else is mechanical stuff, mechanical gears and mechanical goodness. It is working. It's working. It's brand new actually. And all that I want to do is to drag 2 wires from this point and that point and put it through that hole. I made that hole just now with a 3mm drill. You see, this hole is just made right now here where my finger is, and I made it in line with that power plug that is having there. It is tricky, a little bit tricky to open up because it is catching the case and this other case as well. Both cases, both half of the cases are catching in this here with a metric. I believe it's a 3mm screw there, and that screw is catching in this threaded metal sheet that is having on that other side and on this side. So you have to unscrew at least one of them. I had to take it out the other one as well, so this is floating now, is moving freely, to get access to that solder patch there, and then from here to drag these 2 wires, pretty much, put them through that hole. I hope it will fit. I will have to enlarge it, if not, if it's not fitting, it should press fit. I'm counting on press fitting. And oh, that's it. It's 1 wire from here, going like that, and 1 wire through this switch to the other side, and I am directly powering without the switch, I believe. I believe the switch will work as well when I will put from here and there the wires. Yeah, I believe the switch will work either in this condition when I will drag these wires from there. So pretty much this is it. Let me. It's not really in any way. It isn't in any way a big deal, but it is a little bit of you have to be careful. And let's see. I have to not lose these parts. The only problem that I can have is lose one of the screws, especially the metric ones. Well, I have 3mm, but it's good to have the originals, not to screw around, And well, it's an interesting device. What is this? Yes, there's not really that much to see right now. I know, but maybe some people will find it interesting. I did this trick as I'm doing it right now, dragging wires outside of the device from the battery pads that is having usually from the battery pads. I'm dragging the wires for other devices to be able to power them externally from an external power supply. And it worked every time. I never had any problem. The most important thing to do is to properly label how many volts you need on those wires, and do not short them. So you must have some protection at the ends, not to short them. Usually I'm keeping the wires like 2 antennas, spread apart, like. I will actually add more solder there, because this is more solid stuff. It is getting hot, and it will melt the plastic if I'm not cooling it down very quickly. And I will not drag it through that hole yet, because I have this another one and I don't... Yeah, I will link it directly from there. Like this. From here somewhere. I hope you can see the red wire. It's a single red wire there, and it's catching back, way back. I believe I can take out everything. Yeah. Yep. Good. A little bit, just a little bit. I can take it out. This is the, the plug, the power plug or something. I hope it catched good enough. Yeah. Okay. I trust you. Do you trust me? And now, how this was put back is having some channels there. And also this guy here is having a marker here. Okay, it's a 1mm gap between these 2 plates. And when the button will press it, it doesn't need much to press. It is a little tiny bit of gap. I'm not sure how it was. Yeah, probably that. Opa. Where the screw is there, the pillow is a little bit cracked already. Motherfuckers. Okay, now let's see. I'll have... insert the wires, and the job is done pretty much. But let's see if this guy will get through that hole as well. The second, I want you out from here. Come on, squeeze, motherfucker. Squeeze a little bit for me, for your daddy here. Yeah. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, it is dragging the wire inside. Shit. Yeah, the hole must be a little bit larger. Then I will do this. A little bit of ovalization, you know. So theoretically, now it's like an oval, like that, instead of perfectly round. A tiny bit. Let's see. I'm only doing this for inserting the wires there. Then I will not let them like this. Let's see. Yeah. Yep, it helped. It helped, and it definitely come out, both of them. And they are also press fit as well, as not that much, but good enough, you know. I don't think this thing is having a polarity because the motor will turn either way. I'm not sure. I really don't think it is. Theoretically, I'm not sure how this is labeled, which is plus and which is minus the power switch, the plug that I'm having there. I'm having the batteries, but they don't have a polarity marked on them either. Okay, so this is it. This is my add-on that I'm having right now. Yeah, one is shorter, one is longer. It's good enough. It will not make short easily, which is good. And now I will have to catch it back. Like I said, this is a little bit tricky. This component here, metallic component, is having this here. I have to do it like this. So, like that. And now, here they wanted to put another screw, probably. Oh, no. It's this thing is holding the axle of one of these wheels. I believe this big wheel that is here. No, it's another thing here that is having a little bit of axle and it's staying there. And you can see it's a different plastic there, material inside. And that's it. That's its purpose. And there it should have this cap. And I believe why they did it like this, you should put some oil there to oil that mechanism. Only that mechanism that is there, probably. Most probably this was their idea. And here it must. And this motor is very yeah, it must catch there. It must be on 90 degrees, you know, perfectly vertical and on this horizontal wheel, and that's it. And it's having a little bit of not play, but it's helped by those things. And pretty much this is it. Also, this is moving. This entire gray element is moving. You should be. I am looking right now for it. Yeah, it's kind of pressed. Okay, I think it's okay. It's not out from here. And I believe if I'm running. Yeah, when everything will be put back, this wire should be there on the back as well. Okay, and now this other side. It's having this catching here and this other catching. So that's it. These two in the front and in the back. And it was a little bit weird when I unscrew everything. It was still holding. But for you to, if you are watching, and you want this thing upgraded as I'm doing it. You should know these details. And yeah, the buttons. Do not forget the fucking buttons. Yeah. This is the mechanism. You have to press it from here, and it will make contact when you press it. It's like a lever. And this guy is stopping the mechanism. I believe like this. Yeah, you see. That's, you cannot press it anymore. That's its role. And also this thing, I believe it's like this here. Yeah, I think I can put it at the very end, I hope. And let's try my luck with these buttons that are flying around. I don't know how to put it back, but I'm hoping for the best. Okay, probably. It's doing some noises. It catched on this side. And I'm practically Yep. Good. I'm practically moving it like this until it is making this very strong. I have to press it until it needs a little bit of force apparently. It doesn't. Now it's good. Everything is fine. It's even better from and then you have to press it and lock it. That's the mechanism. Here to put this little thing, there are two holes here and here, and I can do this. I think. Yep, good enough. Excellent. This is it. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky to mount it. Also here, this is very important. This metric screw that is holding in place, and it did fit. It is fitting perfectly right now. For some miracle, it is fitting exactly where it should be, and this metric is catching this entire metallic device assembly that is having there, and I have only 3 screws to put here, here, and here, and that's it. And this is it. This is a handheld sewing machine, but I really don't care if it's handheld. I really, all that I'm after is to actually use it conveniently. And for me, one convenient way of using it is to put directly to a power supply and not screw around with batteries. And I don't have the plug. I don't have the plug, so I had to improvise something. And this is my improvisation. I know it's not looking super nice, but it's good enough. And this should do this when you rotate from this wheel. And doesn't matter, it will do it when it is getting on the maximum, then it will go down and then go up again and so on. So I had to play a little bit. Be careful not to escape this thread through the, not to drag it, because I had to take out the needle and insert from this screw. You unscrew this screw and you take out the needle, and it's having, you see there is a little bit of thing like a hook, and the thread is like this, is exactly like this, is going through this between these two things, and through that hook, and then to the needle itself. Why that hook? Because to actually see the thread, the wire thread, and here is the spool, I guess it's called, and I have to wind it back. And be careful when you wind back the thread, not to drag it from there, because I did already this mistake. And I had to put the wire back to everything. But it's good to make mistakes because you are learning. This thing is having a spring, a little spring here. You put it on this thing that is going through this spool. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter the sense of the spool, how you put it. If you put it like this or like this, doesn't matter. And it's press fitted and it's also springed. You see, it's springed by that little spring there. All it is mattering probably how fast it will unwind from, probably, I'm not sure. So now this is 6 volts. Like I said, it's imperative to actually put a label there, clear label. Why I'm using the graphite instead of the marker? The marker and the graphite, when I'm putting scotch on them, the adhesive on the scotch is flushing, is making the marker like that, is spreading the marker, and is making a mess, while the graphite is not affected in any way by the glue from the scotch. And this is it. And now let's see if it's actually working, because I never see it working. I put some batteries. I've seen it working actually with batteries, but not in this configuration that I'm having it right now. So right now I'm having it at 5.9, almost 6, which is good enough. I can actually power it at 5 volts. So if there is a polarity problem, I will mark it. Opa. 5 volts too much. Let's see, 5 volts. 5 volts. It doesn't. I don't have to press this button. Shit. Shit. Okay. Yeah, it's working. Okay, it's working. But I really wished I could press the button. I didn't think of it. I didn't think of it at all. God damn it. God damn it. Shit fuck. I have to take it out and rewire correctly. Damn it. Or to put no on the wire. But it is working. Shit. Yeah, okay. Alright. I'll take it out. I'm doing the same thing again. What? Yeah, at least now I have a little bit of experience with it. It was hard on putting it back, and a little bit when I took it out. So theoretically, it's having 2 catches here and here. So this time you'll see me how to disassemble it, because I did already disassemble it once, and you as well. Yeah, I'm making mistakes, stupid mistakes. I didn't think of it. I was hoping the button will action that the links that I made there, they will work, but no, it didn't. So this is having only one thing here, and that's it. It's having these catches here and here. Alright, alright. Shit. Oh, I see. It must be here, not there. That wire is directly on the motor pretty much. So if I want the button to action, it must be on this power supply, over that power supply. So I will have to take out that screw, probably, yeah, to reach there. Okay, I will have to disassemble it fully again. Yeah, but this time I will move a little bit more quicker than the last time, because I know how everything is. I inspected it already, so now I can reach there. And I should solder it. I can actually take out this guy out and solder it here. I should solder it. Yeah, I didn't think of it. Usually I don't think. So I have take it out from here and make it pretty there. And move this wire over here. This is it. So with me, you will learn what to do and what not to do. From here on the top. Dum dum dum. Dum dum dum. Okay then. So not there on the top. Not there, here on the top. Will you be a problem here on the top or not? I can catch it here because you see the batteries are coming one wire here on the back and another one here, so I can catch it here. Not on the top, okay. All right. On the top is not good. Come on. On the top, I believe it will be too fat. It will be too fat here on the top, and it will not. It will have problems with this side, you know. And so this should be good. Like I said before, originally, usually I'm putting the wires directly on the battery pins, when the pins that are coming inside. And I didn't listen to my advice, or as I said it originally. So this should be okay. All right, now should be okay. This guy should fit in the hole. It's having a little hole there, here as well, and it's a hole. And this is it. So one wire there in the back and one wire here in the front on the top, and this is it. And now let's put this metric. Come on, wire. Let's put it like this and catch it there. All right, one metric screw. And I shouldn't actually. I will loosen it a little tiny bit, not to be too stiff. And this back again. I will have to take it out, put it like this, and press it back. This guy here, like that. Good, good, good. And now this guy here. And I know it was having this hole and this pin, and this I move it until it catched into this. I move it like that, and okay, unbelievable. I had to open it again, huh? All right, and here, if I remember right, it's like that. All right, this is it, and now should work. Let me test it first a little bit. When I'm powering, it shouldn't do anything right now when it's powered, but only when I'm pressing the button. Okay, let's see. Excellent. This is it, just to check if it's doing the right thing. And now I will put the screw, the metric screw, and I will tighten that one. It didn't help here at all. All right, that's good. And here, and here, and here, and voila, job is done. Okay, this is it. This is the repairment. Sorry for, yeah, it's a little bit weird here in this side, but I guess I will get used to it. So right now it's 5 volts instead of 6. It's 5 volts. Let's see. Down. Excellent. In its brochure, in its little book that is coming with its properties or the settings, with the help file that is coming, is saying work for 10 seconds and leave it 5 seconds. Probably not to overheat the motor, or not to overheat the plastic contacts that are, you know, if they are overheating. Yeah, it's catching all right. So pretty much do a little bit of sewing, and is making a lot of noise. It's making a lot of noise, but it's working fine from my external power supply, I guess. All right, this is it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like it. I forget this guy. And shit. And I press there. Let me take it out. And all right, this is it. This is it. And now I will screw back. It doesn't have to be too tight. It needs only a little bit of tightness when you sense it is starting to get tightened. Then you will let me roll on back this thing. Be careful not to drag it from there. So I'm watching it. Put this little spring here. Put this thing here, and voila. That's it. And now roll it back. And this. And it's good as new. All right, this is it. This is it. Now this is it. So I was right. It doesn't matter the sense, the polarity. It really doesn't matter because it's a simple motor and it's running in both directions mechanically. It's having a mechanical component, and that component is creating both senses. You see? And also don't press on this when it's running because this is turning as well. This is the way it should work, and you should work like this. So a little bit. Look what is coming out and make some pauses because the plastic will melt probably or break inside. It is having a lot of plastic if it was cool if it was from metal, especially those gears, those that are inside. But yeah, okay, it's working from an external power supply. Oh yeah. I made a little knot here. I made a little knot, and I already made a very nice and clean sewing. It is running extremely fast, which I'm not used to sewing. This is my first time when I'm using a sewing machine, and I have this very old piece of material. And I made a knot as well here when I started, like I'm having it right now. Then I sew it, not very straight as you can see, but good enough. And yeah, I don't know how to sew it really. It's my first thing. The idea is to kind of position it in a straight line, and the gap that you want to sew. This is a hole, actually. I want to sew a hole. And this is powered to my 5 volts, not to 6. To my 5 is fine. And it is dragging the material automatically. I don't know how it's doing it, but it is dragging the material while it's sewing, which is interesting. I don't have to drag the material myself. You see? It's moving the material and it's pressing it very firmly here, and it's moving it like that. Very interesting. Very interesting. I cannot hold it in my hands. I'm not used to it. So I'm kind of guiding it from here and here. And you can see I'm using it on and off like that. I'm not continuously sewing. I'm punk, 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 from time to time. Not non-stop. It is saying this detail in its manual book, little thing that is having. Yeah. You see? Yeah, probably it needs a little bit of dragging from this side, but I'm looking here at this point to actually catch correctly those two parts, and I have to probably drag it like this a little bit. It needs a little bit of help while to drag the material. That's why. Yeah. But it is sewing very, very fast, quite fast, and I like this. I like it. And from time to time, stop and reposition, because, and that's it. This is it. And next, when it's at the finish point, right here, I'm moving the head, this head up by rotating it from here, and this is it. And I'm cutting the wire like that. I'm lifting up this clamp, and I'm at some point it catched the wire inside, and I drag it a little bit more forcefully, and I took out. This right now at this point is very close to the needle here, and I'm using my tweezer to drag the wire a bit more outside, like this. And I'm making a knot here. I'm showing you how I'm making the knot. Usually I'm not doing it like this. Actually, I can show it exactly how I'm doing it usually, like this. I'm doing it like this. And I'm making it like this, you know. So I'm making it like this, and now I'm moving the fingers like that, and then I'm dragging until it's making the knot. It's making quite a good knot. Usually I'm getting a very large knot from a few movements like this. Yeah, and it's good enough. It's good not to get out from there, and also to stop unwinding from this side as well. I don't know where's the knot. Yeah, here it is for some reason. Yeah. So now I'm dragging the wire a little bit from this side, and it's good enough. And I'm powering it from outside power source. That's the whole deal. And the sewing is looking okay. Let's see on this other side. Yeah, it's okay. It's good. This is a thing that doesn't need to look pretty, so it's okay. From my point of view, it's good enough. I should have sew it on the other side. I don't know. I'm not that good on sewing. There are some rules somewhere, you know. And this side as well. So it is having the sewing there, the sewing line. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. This is just a very bad material that is rupturing very quickly. It's very old and very used, and I use it right now for a. I'm actually using it. I'm putting my hands on it, and when I'm at the computer, and I had a very large hole in it because I'm using it for some time, for a very long time. That's why. So this is it. This is the device, and it's working absolutely perfectly, absolutely fine. And despite me getting inside it, like I said, I did use other devices, the same principle. So you see this, and I put a label there, 2.5 volts. Actually, I tested it at 3 volts, and the laser started to work. When I'm putting the batteries, the laser is not working. This is a thermometer that, and it's not having any kind of batteries right now, because you see. Because if I want to use it, I'm powering it from my power supply with these two wires. I know for sure this is positive and this is negative. I should mention actually here, no polarity, 6 volts DC, no polarity, but it worked fine at 5 volts as well. So this is not my first doing. This is the second or the third one. No, probably the third or the fourth one. And yeah, it's good to have stuff working from a power supply. That's what it's all about, and this is what I'm saying, and this is what I'm demonstrating here. All right, I hope you like it, and see you next time. Bye bye from your favorite artist. Bye bye.